Hello everybody, this is Dr. Fisher, and this morning we're going to talk about pastels. I know that you watched the video with the little boy that drew the banana, and he did such a great job of that and showing you what it could do, and he mostly used oil pastels, although he did use some dry or chalk pastels. First I want to show you the supply of what I've got and just show you what they are. And here I have some alpha color square pastels, and these are dry chalk pastels, and as you can see I've used them a lot, and I love these. But these are compressed of dry pigment, which is color, and it is pressed really hard so it stays in this little square shape, and we can use it. And it's like chalk, except you wouldn't want to use it on the sidewalk or a blackboard. It's not like colored chalk. This is just for paper. But these are cool. We'll leave this open because we're going to use these. And then here you can get just about any kind of oil pastels that you want. Most of them are called crayons, and that is just because they kind of relate them to a crayon. But an oil pastel is the same pigment as you find, look at this old box, as you find in the dry pastels, except they're bound together and held in shape with oils. And later on, in more advanced classes, you'll find some stuff that you can do with oil pastels that's really cool. But they're kind of fun for blending. Actually, they're all fun for blending. I like to blend with my finger, but of course you can use your blending stump that you learned about in the last module. You can use a Q-tip. You can use whatever you want. You can use your imagination to figure out a way to blend. But the oil pastels you can make a sharper line with to draw. Some people start out with a pencil. I usually just draw with my pastels. So I'm just going to show you on the paper I have here the different marks that you can make, and different things you can do with the pastels. I'm not going to really make a picture, but there's all sorts of different things that you can do, and so I just want you to know about them. You can make your pictures and drawings any way you want. I want you to know that. Any way that you like, that feels right to you. You cannot do this wrong. And so I'm just going to give you some ideas. You don't have to do all of these, but you can try them if you want, but if not, do whatever you want. You might come up with some stuff I don't think of. But let me pick a color of dry pastel, and I'm going to pick this purple. That's what my eye went to first, and it is so bright. And I like purple and blue and red. Those are my favorite colors. And one thing you can do with a dry pastel, because it's flat, you can drag it across the page and make shapes and color them in like this. If this is blue, we could make it water. But I like to make abstract designs. Remember the word abstract we learned? And you can layer it, and it can get darker if you want it to be darker, or you can leave it lighter in places where you want it lighter. Or get red, or this is more like pink. You can layer other colors on top. That pink, it shows up a little bit. You have to really push hard on it. But there's some stuff we did with the dry pastels. Now we can make lines with them, and this might turn out pretty ugly. I don't know, because I don't know about turquoise, purple, and pink, but I'm going to do it anyway. And see, you can get kind of a sharp line with the edge of your pastel. So I wanted to clean that edge up a little bit. Still needs to be cleaned up a little bit right here, I think. So I'll go like this. And then still use my sharp edge and color that in. Doesn't look too bad. I think turquoise looks pretty good, actually. Kind of liking it. Now, I think I want to put, I like to make these curvy lines and then put spheres around them. Why, I do not know, but that's just something I like to do. So here, you probably hear my birds. I've got about 7 parakeets, and they're out on my lanai. You can hear them out there just chirping in the sun. I hope that doesn't bother you. But let's make a sphere right here with my red craypaw. And make part of a sphere up at the top. Down here. And I think that'll do it. And then I can color them in with my craypaw. Just like the little boy did with his banana. He colored that in yellow. Didn't he make a great banana? Just tracing that. You could do that with any fruit or anything that you want. You could trace it. And then you just look at it and do your very best to make it look like what you see. And the more you practice, the better you get. And you cannot, again, I repeat, you cannot do this wrong. Okay? So don't get frustrated and think you're doing it wrong, or you have to be perfect, or you have to do it perfect, because that'll get you in trouble every single time. So what I'm going to do is just take my finger and try to blend my oil craypaw in, but they're not doing very well. Let me try this older version of Dimco. And I think maybe there's still yet a softer craypaw. You have to kind of experiment with them, and you can't tell till you buy them, unless some stores will have samples for you to use while you're there. But these smear nice. I like these. I forgot that these are my smearing craypaws. Look what that did to that sphere. Didn't that make that nice? And it gives the impression that the light is coming in this way. Remember light and shadow? The light shines on it this way, and it's dark there for the shadow. So I want to kind of remember that here. And here's my shadow back here. And I wish you could talk to me, because you could help me decide. My light's coming this way, it's going to be right here. So a little bit dark on this side, more on this. Blend it with my finger. That doesn't look too bad. And then this one will be mostly dark, because we can't really see where the light is hitting it, because it's almost all the way off the edge of the paper. And those are just a few things that you can do with crayons. You can do so much more, and I want you to use your imagination, and you can fill this page and cover up all these smudges that I made and make such a beautiful drawing. And I know if you use your imaginations and try to blend with different things, you could even try water. And not a lot, a little bit, and see what happens. Especially with the crayons, that might make them blend even more. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any trouble, you call me right away. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it. And I just hope you have a good time. That's the whole point. Thank you, and we'll talk again. Bye.